Hey, how is it going? 1 to 99 smithing guide for 2018. I've honestly jam-packed this video with so much stuff. We got blast furnace, superheating, and just so much more things. You guys gotta stay tuned and check it out. And if you guys do actually happen to find this video helpful, make sure you check out all my other 99 videos I have just posted. I'm also doing a colossal giveaway for you guys attached with every single video. I'll be giving away, those Addy bars right there and 432 Ruinite ore to, one lucky person. Just be subscribed if you're not. Give the video a like and comment your RSN so I can hit you up and keep your private on. The giveaway should be over in about 5 days. Good luck. Alright, so jumping into it, looking at the quest list, there are so many quests here. We got Dragon Slayer 2 again coming in. It was on the mining guide and it gave, I think it was 18k XP. But of course, it's quite a hard one. We got the Knight Sword. That is so good. That is the quest where you actually get the Blorite Sword. And yeah, it's 13k XP, like at level 10 mining. Definitely going to want to do this quest. Recipe for Disaster, Heroes Quest. There's a good amount on there. Pick the best one for you and bust them out. I'm going to be showing you guys how to get about 300k XP an hour and a couple other methods to get about a mil gold an hour. But I want to start it off small. We got to start it with the bronze. Before you actually train this way, have your bars noted in your inventory and then use them on the bank stall or the banker, I guess, and just hold down 1 and it'll unnote everything. You run back to the anvil, it's much quicker. So if you actually did that Knight Sword quest, you probably are going to skip this whole, first segment of bronze. But if you haven't 1 to 22 making bronze items, I would definitely recommend making knives and wire because it's profitable, and definitely knives. Like, you can go train with them. You could actually make arrow tips and then you could fletch with them and use, headless arrows. Another great method. At 22, you actually unlock iron knives, which some people go all the way to 99 doing this. I would not do it because I have so much better methods I'm about to show you. But yeah, it's 24k XP an hour. You can craft 5k knives per hour. If you were just to do this basic type of, bar to anvil like smithing, besides mithril bolts or maybe adamant darts, iron knives are the only thing that's actually profitable, but it's only 75k gold an hour. I also recommend checking out my tips and tricks episode 3, where I talk about knives versus darts and how you guys can actually save some money. So we're about to move on to some great methods, but you could do just like mithril plate bodies, steel plate bodies, addy plate bodies, although it's not going to be too efficient. And yeah, these old methods are just kind of dying out with 2018 coming into play. And it looks like I stand corrected, making mithril bolts isn't even profitable. I remember there was a time in RuneScape where making these were like 25 to 50 gold profit, but I guess with broad bolts, diamonds, all these other things coming out, people aren't using mithril as much. So if you actually head north of Arty, you can get yourself a free cannon. Whoa, hold up a second, this guy's name is Torso at Barbarian Assault. That's insane. I wonder how much points he has, or if he's trying to get the pet. Damn. Next up, I want to cover a really newbie method. It's actually cannonballs. It's so AFK. You literally click on the furnace and you wait like 2 minutes, but you guys can actually get a cannon mold by talking to the dwarf just above the Fally Mines, north of Fally, and south of Edgeville. I would never in a million years do this on your main account, but it's actually pretty good to do on an alternative account or maybe your peer, all that type of stuff. You're AFKing, doing some studies. It's roughly 150k gold an hour, which isn't too great, but I could see them adding something to like Slayer or Cannonballs to make them rise, because they used to be about 250 gold, now they're about 170, quite a big price dip, and definitely shows you should be using Cannonballs every single time you're doing Slayer. You can roughly make about 2.2k cannonballs an hour. You can use about 540 steel bars. I would definitely recommend doing it at like Ports Phasmati, or honestly it doesn't matter. There's so many furnaces in the game, whatever you choose. Alright, moving on to the next method, probably the best method in this whole video. It's actually blast furnace. You guys can actually get there by just using the teleport in the mini games, teleport slot, or you could actually go to the GE, and if you see that little ladder just northwest, you guys can actually crawl down that, take the mining cart, and you are in Keldegrim. If you have not watched my 99 mining video, I highly suggest it. It goes over how to get the coal bag, and the coal bag is going to speed up your XP and gold so much when making steel bars, addy bars, mithril, ruin, everything. To actually begin the blast furnace, you'll have to pay the foreman. I just chucked him like 50 or 100k, doesn't matter too much. And if you guys don't know why blast furnace is so good, it actually cuts the coal in half, and it's just so quick to make a whole inventory of bars. If you're actually going to do steel bars, 700k profit an hour, 75k XP an hour, that's amazing. You could as well give your steel bars to an alternative account and make cannonballs while you do this, and you'd make like $1 million an hour. I would definitely recommend that coal bag, and you could also bring ice gloves, which is gonna save you 5 seconds, so you don't have to wait at the very end. You have to do Heroes Quest, I believe, to get those gloves. And you guys can actually make up to 4,000 steel bars an hour. That is so much. You'd probably be making around 500 max if you just were to do a regular furnace. And you guys actually would want to bring 14 coal and then iron if you didn't have the coal bag. And then if you did have the coal bag, of course, just fill it, because it's going to be a 1-to-1 ratio instead of 1-to-2. Now the steel bars were already good enough, but the gold bars are even better, although they will cost you quite a bit. 300k to 370k XP an hour though. I'd say you could lose around 500k gold though, and yeah, you will be losing 4 gold pieces per XP, so obviously you get 1 million XP, you lost 4 million gold. And since you're actually going to lose so much gold, I would not even attempt this method if you haven't done the family crest quest, which you then get goldsmith gauntlets, and it makes it just so much more XP. You could also make runite bars while you do the gold. I remember doing this for about 3 hours when the Revenant Caves came out, and runite ore was like 10.5, it's like 11.3, so I was making so much money. And I'd actually have my coal bag while I was doing the gold, and once I put in so much coal, I would withdraw ruin ore, and yeah, that worked very well. If you were to just make ruin bars, you make about 2,000 an hour, but you'd spend 23 million gold just in the runite ore, and the staminas, the coal, all that stuff, but you get 100,000 experience gained, which is amazing for just making bars. You could be getting about 700k gold as well doing this method. And maybe some of you guys actually don't like the dwarves, I don't even know why, but this is what you would do if you were to make, regular ruin bars, and you can see it's so slow. It would take you probably about 5 times as long. And then not to mention, if you didn't have a coal bag, you'd be making about 3 ruin bars per inventory. That's horrible. Also, shout out GE Tracker, 10-day free trial in the description. But yeah guys, it's an amazing site, and I've used it quite a bit, especially when I'm buying, bulk supplies to then do skilling. And we can see here, ruin ore, it crashed so much, and you could save yourself 100 GP, maybe 200, 300, maybe even 1k if you actually bought it at the right time and you were planning to do a whole bunch of smithing. And we can even see coal as well, it just took a major drop, and I bet you it's like 190 plus once you watch this video, and we can see it was 170. You can make yourself so much gold just by looking at the graphs before you buy. And if you do manage to get high smithing level, you can make absolute bank making all these specialty items like DFFs, Dragon Square Shield. Never mind, Dragon Square Shield, you actually lose 300k because there's so many in the game. I don't even know how they dropped that low. If someone can comment. Alright, so I just bought 5 Draconic Visages, and yeah, we're gonna make a nice profit smithing them, but I actually don't have the level, so I'm gonna use a stew, which is smart. It boosts you by 5 levels, so you can make, higher tier armor. I actually bought the Visage for 7.45 mil. We can see the DFS is actually 7.55 mil, so 100k profit and literally 1 hammer swing, and it's 3k profit, my bad, 3k XP per each swing. That's insane. I just made what, 15k XP and 500k and that quick. Whew. I was also making a whole bunch of Godsword blades. You only need 80 smithing, which would mean you need 75 if you actually use, the stew. So yeah, I was making 25 to 35k a blade. So quick money. I love smithing. I might as well touch upon the Infernal pickaxe as well. I just talked about it in my 99 mining guide. Go check it out if you have not. But yeah, guys, it's going to give you a 1/3 chance to smelt the ore, and you're going to get, mining XP and smithing XP while using this. It costs about 2 mil to actually put the smoldering stone on. You will have 5,000 charges, although that isn't too much, because that's only, what, 15,000 rocks, which if you're a mining junkie, you could easily blow through that. Moving on to the next method, this is one of my favorite methods. I do it every single season in demo mode because it just helps me boost up so much levels. It's actually superheating gold ore. You could do, iron ore and steel bars and all that stuff as well, but gold ore is so much better, although you're going to lose money like we talked about earlier. All you're going to need is a fire staff equipped and then a whole bunch of nature runes, and then just, withdraw 27 of the ore that you want to do. And yeah, you just superheat. If you actually click on the bar, it's gonna splash and make a weird sound, so make sure you actually move the mouse down. Pretty basic, although it is nice getting magic XP and smithing XP at the same time. And speaking of that, if you guys are interested in training multiple skills at once, although this is probably not efficient, but it is pretty cool. If more people played like this and were Iron Man, it'd just be so cool. So I actually went to 54 wilderness. I would not suggest it. Of course, it could be dangerous. And I mined all the ore, all the mithril, all the coal, and then I superheated it, used the bars on the anvil that's left out here, and then I actually made dart tips. And then made darts. So I was training like 5 skills at once. Definitely a quirky method, not worth it, not efficient, but damn. Possibly 7k if you haven't done any of the wilderness diaries. I've done the hard, and it still takes me 3.5k, so it's quite expensive to get inside, which means if you get in there, you want to stay. And if you do happen to log out or switch worlds, you will be kicked outside. Now honestly, this place is awesome. It's so abundant. You got the dark crabs, you got magic trees, yew trees, adamant ore, there's rock ruin golems that you can kill and then you mine them. They said they were going to do an update so you actually get more ruin ore per rock golem. They've also added a volcanic furnace so you can, smelt your ore along with anvils. So you bring a hammer, you can just smith right there. You got gold ore, coal, and iron. And to top it off, they even have a banker standing right in the middle. You can actually just use, your iron ore, gold ore, anything you want on him. He'll actually note it for like a certain amount of gold pieces per item. Definitely one of the most overpowered training spots in the whole game. But it's deep in the wilderness at 53 wildy, so watch out. And there it is, the 1 to 99 smithing guide. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I'm still coming off a cold, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the daily videos. I'm gonna stay on it so hard, and make sure you guys check out the other 99s if you have not checked them out yet. I put a good amount of work into them, and I'm sure there's a skill in there that fits you. Have a good one, boys.